Okay, 7 o'clock, we'll get started. Pledge to the flag first. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, Mr. Baum.
Here.
Mr. Dimitri, absent. Ms. Eisenhart.
Here.
Mr. Vandermark is here. Mr. Goris is excused. Mr. LaFiandra
Here.
and Mr. Merrick.
Here.
Okay, first up is a conceptual.
I think we're doing Busey DeRego.
After the conceptual, I believe,
You want to do Dorego and Bucci before the conceptual?
or after.
It's up to you guys.
We'll do it in order then. We'll do the conceptual first. Okay, Ms. Sherwood?
My first planning board meeting, so feel free to point me in the right direction of what I should be doing here.
Okay.
Come on up. Have a seat. You can post up there.
Also, feel free to slap my hand or anything else that needs to be done.
Yeah, we're pretty amicable bunch here.
All right, that's good to hear. All right, so should I introduce?
Yeah, introduce yourself, tell us about your project, what your proposal is.
So my name is Timothy Sherwood. This is my partner, Anthony Pedrick. And we're proposing a 6-lot subdivision for a lot that's on the corner of Camp Sunset Road and Rabbit Run Road. It's a recently subdivided parcel. This is entirely using existing road frontage. It would be, no new roads or anything of that nature. So we'd split. It's currently a 23-acre parcel. So we get split into 6 lots, averaging. I don't have it on this, but it's I think around 3 something, acres per lot. There is some wetlands that were recently delineated during the subdivision of this property in the past year. So we've got the delineated DEC wetlands. And so this is the rural 1.5 acre district. So each of these lots take into account the wetlands, the setbacks for those wetlands, and slopes. We've calculated over 1.5 acres for each one of usable area to build on. And the eventual intention being to build just small single-family homes with wells and septics on them. What else here? The one thing I'll flag is that this property, the original larger property that had been split from, when you do the EAF short form of the DEC, it shows bog turtles. Now, we went to the DEC, talked to them, actually saw their maps, and ultimately what happened is somewhere over here is where they either found bog turtles or found a habitat where they could possibly sustain themselves. It's actually, the habitats for them are pretty rare, so it could possibly have just been, where they could sustain themselves. So that's somewhere up in here, and what they do is they just draw a big radius, and they say, anything that this radius touches, now when you do the EAF, short form, we're going to show bog turtles. So it crossed somewhere kind of along here. So currently we've got a request for determination filed to the DEC for them to tell us, hey, you know what, you're far enough away, there's a bunch of roads and houses in between, and the wetlands are not connected, so we're not concerned about the bog turtles. Or they may say, well, all right, this is fine, but don't build this time of year, take these precautions, so on and so forth. Or worst case scenario, they say a permit's needed, which would be, kind of a broader thing. So we've got the request for determination for that right now. And those are my highlights so far. Anything missing?
I don't think so.
All right. Pause there for any questions or thoughts or concerns.
Does Mr. Braun still own the property?
Yes.
Okay.
What type of homes are you proposing to build on them?
We'd be proposing to build 3-bedroom, 1,800 square foot, you know, kind of not McMansions or anything of that nature, more so just modest houses for the area.
Minimal clearing.
Yeah, exactly. And because there's no roads, you know, nothing like that as a part of this, that means minimal clearing, and frankly, the homes fit the neighborhood better when you don't clear out all the trees and, you know, make all that extra work.
You got anything back?
Yeah, we took a preliminary look at it. I had a discussion with
Hey.
one of you. So, we discussed the bog turtle. That's gonna be a seeker issue as we go through. Determination from the DEC and field reports will go a long way towards answering that if we get a definitive answer from them. They do have very specific habitat with hummock sedge, wetland areas, so I'm sure that'll be reviewed by the DEC as well. I like the use of the existing stone walls. The lot geometry is a little strange as you look at it, but they're utilizing the center line of existing stone walls to the extent practical to draw their lot lines, which preserves those stone walls. They become owned by two entities, and running the lot lines through there keeps people from bulldozing through them to put driveways in and such. So we took a look at that. The total disturbance will be obviously greater than 1 acre, but hopefully you can design it less than 5, which will limit your stormwater management requirements. You'll need a stormwater pollution prevention plan, which will be an erosion sediment control plan if you stay under the 5 acres. So as you do your limits of disturbance, I see you put the houses relatively close to the existing roads
Yes.
within the setbacks. So that will help you, but staying under 5 acres will help you a lot as you develop a plan further based on your stormwater management. The health department approvals for the wells and septics are something you'll also have to pursue with your designers as you move along, but the lots are larger than required. We don't have the bulk requirements yet on the lot sizes, but you've identified they're 3 plus or minus acres, which is twice the size of the requirements. The site does have fairly extensive DEC regulated wetlands, and when they draw the 100-foot buffers, some of the lots have limited area for buildability, and we'll take a look at that as the plans are further developed.
Sure. Okay.
With that, I think one question that we had is when it comes to, say, wetlands or bog turtles, that sort of thing, the DEC, we have that request for determination with them. Would it be that what they say is what we do and then that's good to go, or is it typical that maybe the planning board requests something else or further or different?
Let's see how definitive the DEC says whether
Okay,
they're there or
okay,
not.
so it sort of depends
They
on
they
that.
always put the caveat that while we haven't found them there, they may exist, so let's see what kind of letter they produce for you
Sure.
as we move through the seeker process.
Okay. So it's possible that it may not be, it's not necessarily that what they say is the end all be all, it's sort of depending on what they say.
Yeah, it depends on how they say it. It's,
That's fair.
yeah.
So if I'm looking at this, you're gonna subdivide the lots, sell them off, and then build the homes after they're sold off?
Well, yeah, there comes
Is your
two
plan
different processes.
to, that's your thing, is you wanna sell it, but the thing is you have to build the home that's going on it?
Well, yeah, so the subdivision itself, right, is just the splitting of the parcels and so on and so forth. And then, Anthony's here because he's the builder side of this, so I'm working with him, and that's who's gonna be, building the houses on here.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Now, what if somebody decides they want to buy the property, but they don't want you to build the home,
Well, we don't plan to sell it to anyone else.
unless they're,
So in other words, we don't plan to sell it to anyone else. It'll be partnerships between the two of us.
okay.
Or, say maybe me selling it land to.
Okay,
Anthony.
gotcha, because it says newly created and now engineered lots would then be sold with homes built shortly after.
Effectively, still
Yeah,
partially made.
right.
Okay,
Together as a part.
Yeah.
okay,
Right.
thank you for that
Exactly.
clarification.
No, I'm probably
I know, it's a little unclear.
Yeah,
It's in there.
thank you. Okay.
Which is a good note, because something to make clearer for future, development of this.
Because we have that behind us, we have a piece of property and the person won't sell the property unless he can build the house
Oh,
on it.
right.
So that's why I was saying, is
Sure.
that similar to that,
Sure.
but it's not, okay.
Is this more than 500 feet from Plattekill Ardonia Road on Camp Sunset?
Oh, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thousands.
Okay.
This is the opposite end of that parcel.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
down
all the
this
on
way.
this side. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna need approval from the county for a realty subdivision?
Yeah, actually, with that said, one of the questions we had there is any other agencies or folks that you might want to flag that we should be talking to or?
So as your plans are developed, the highway superintendent will have to sign off on driveway locations on the roads.
Deal with that, county for, you know, the health departments.
At a future point, when the plans are further developed, the board will declare its intent for lead agency and circulate to the DEC and any other interested agencies that pop up there. But definitely the DEC is involved because of the flagging of the potential habitat for threatened species, and then the highway department and county for health department approvals.
Okay, those are the main ones that come to mind for that.
No, you had mentioned a stormwater and water mitigation system potentially. Is that an absolute requirement, or you had mentioned 5 acres, that's 5 acres disturbed?
So, yeah, a residential subdivision with disturbance of between 1 and 5 acres, the erosion and sediment control plan is the stormwater pollution prevention plan.
Okay.
If you exceed 5 acres, which it's gonna be, you have 6 lots here,
Right.
and house positioning and grading and septic system sizes, so over 5 acres, then you're gonna have to implement a more vigorous stormwater pollution prevention plan, which would include, green infrastructure, runoff reduction, there'll be stormwater ponds and such required at that point.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, for Polykill specifically, right, 6 is a major subdivision versus 4 would be minor. Now, in some towns, the difference is that at 4, the town handles everything, say, septic related, and at major,
not-
right, you get the county involved.
Not in
Yeah,
this
so
county.
Right.
county's involved
This
in that.
county does, this county does all the septic reviews.
Right, right, right. So I know that is not, something that separates minor and major for Plattekill, but otherwise, is there anything that really separates, the minor and major itself?
No.
Right? Yeah, it's more so the plan itself, like you said, whether you're disturbing more than 5 acres or that
Yep.
sort of thing. Yeah. Okay.
And 5 or more lots major, right?
Yes,
And less than 5 would be minor.
yes. But there's really not much different, you're still going to health department.
Right.
Right, that's what it seemed like. I know for some, like for Orange County, it doesn't.
Orange
quite work
County,
that way.
4 lots would not.
Right. So, okay. I think that answers all my questions.
This was the site of the former paintball.
Yes.
Correct.
Is there any remediation you anticipate required for this?
No, I mean, there's no there's some plastic empty 55-gallon barrels back there. We've seen that people hide behind when they, play paintball and shoot each other, but, stuff like that might require a run to the dump.
Yeah.
But-
No dilapidated structures, anything?
No, no structures, exactly. Yep. Just sort of, odds and ends like that they might have been using to hide behind or something, but nothing that outside.
Anybody have anything else?
Not this time.
No, I don't.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Like you said, here.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. You can use both of those if you need to.
Yep. Oh. We're supposed to, yeah.
evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Joseph Berger, Berger Engineering.
Gary Bayright?
So, I'm going to show you this first, but this is not what we're proposing. This is the site of the huge warehouse that was here before you. I want for comparison what we're choosing to do. So it's reflective. What we're proposing to do is subdivide off into 2 lots, and about a 12-acre lot in the front will be a self-storage facility. 13 buildings, 3 of which will be climate controlled, the rest will be your standard self-storage that people will use for small businesses, storage of, a plumber may want to store his truck or parts or stuff in there. Then in the back, we're going to have outdoor storage for RVs or something like that. Basic what it is. The site, we've had a habitat study done and presented to you. There's no issues there. We've had the JD with the DEC, which determined that there's one wetland that's basically off the site, but the 100-foot comes onto our site, which we have shown on the site. All the wetlands that are on the site are Army Corps. And that's been determined by just not only the JD from DEC, but a delineation study done by Environment Science, which we've presented to you. So all the wetlands are shown on the site, as well as the DEC buffer, which comes onto our site, and we're avoiding all of that. The facility will have a small septic system for the offices that are in the climate control building. We have done the deep test and the percolation test with the county health department, and currently before them, for them to review that plan. Septic system is toward the back in here. This is the main road here. It's toward the back. It's going to show you here.
This is Route 4455 coming in here.
So the septic system's back in here. Now what you don't see here is stormwater, because we're commercial, we have a 1 acre threshold, not 5. So we're over the 1 acre, obviously, but we found fantastic gravel there. And we did infiltration tests.
Used to be a gravel mine, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. You see the gravel out there. So we did a bunch of infiltration tests. We did deep test, infiltration tests. We could not get that water it soaked through there so fast. We were pulling in truck after truck of water in there. So we designed a stormwater pond to be back in here, toward the back of the site, which will be back in here with the pre-treatment up front, because in stormwater you have to pre-treat to take out the sediment that comes off of the parking lots, so it doesn't clog up your pond. So we have a pre-treatment flowing into here, and basically the stormwater SWIP we have presented to the town, stormwater pollution protection plan.
I didn't get that. My office didn't get that. And it wasn't in,
Oh, I submitted.
yeah, so
submitted it.
we didn't receive that, so we
Oh.
haven't reviewed it for tonight, but,
Okay, okay, I'm sorry.
be happy to grab a copy
We did
tonight,
submit to the town,
yeah,
along with the digital copy, but we.
it wasn't in your Google submission either, so that was,
It was in the PDF, yeah.
yeah, no.
On the thumb drive it was.
Oh, well, anyway, I didn't get it, so we haven't reviewed that, but we will.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay, that's fine.
yep.
But what you'll see is that the infiltration is so well that you don't have any water going off at all. It stays on site.
Perfect.
Even for the major projects. The reason pre-treatment is so big, you may ask, is because if your infiltration is above a certain rate, you have to have 50% of the
50%.
volume, not 25%. Since our infiltration is so fast, we have a larger pre-treatment area. Almost as, so that's 50% of this size. And that's why. So basically our water from the site will be collected by the buildings, will go into catch basins, but for the most part it sheets down. But because we want to collect the stormwater from the roofs and not dump them down on the ground for icing, we're collecting them into basins that will drain down into this area here. We're also going to collect the water from the road, obviously, through a swale into the catch basins and take it down into the pond. We're going to have a well, obviously, for the water treatment right here, which is, and the septic is way back here. There happens to be 2 existing wells right over here on the site, but we're not using them. They're just existing right there. We're planning on staging, so that as we build here, we need a staging area, so we're gonna take this front area here on the other lot, and we're gonna turn it into a staging area, and we're gonna grade it so it's smoother, and use some of the material here or a fill over here. So we don't anticipate any material going off-site, and we're gonna use everything we have on-site. We're obviously gonna bring on site the gravel, the blacktop and those things that we need as well.
Isn't there a stream or a pond between that property
Right
and the
on the
other
property line.
property?
Just
There's a
off.
stream and it's showed on the other.
Over more?
I think.
Yeah, it's
The
over on
stream
the,
is way over
to
here,
the
and we did
east
show it
there.
on one of the maps. It's on the other one.
It's going to large property, that's why. Because I believe the lady that lives in the house owns
Right,
up
yep.
to that stream.
Actually, she owns past it, I think.
That's the one that shows it back. Back here. Okay. A simpler map here shows the stream way off site.
Okay. So the pond or the pond that you're gonna
Retention
have up
ponds,
there
right.
is not gonna affect that
No.
stream that's down there?
And we did
Okay,
because the stream has a wetland
okay.
and a 100-foot buffer, as I said earlier, here's the buffer. The wetland is way over here, not even on our site, only the 100-foot buffer, and our pond is up here.
Okay,
Now, on here, you'll see that we have a fence circling the whole site that keep it enclosed, and some gates. The gates will have, obviously, Knox boxes and opening for the fire department. We also presented a circulation plan for the fire trucks within the package to show the path of the fire trucks. We added a T turnaround up here so that we have a temporary turnaround as the road goes.
and it looks like it's gonna be approximately 13 buildings?
13 buildings and one outdoor storage area, yes. 3 of those, storage will be the, climate control, the rest will not be.
Which building is the climate control?
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
So, this building here is a fully climate control, where there's an office in the front, there's a hallway down, this is all climate control. These are traditional storage bins here that are not climate control. These buildings here, which is this one here, they're like little flex spaces, so somebody could rent that out as a plumber or electrician or somebody just doing something, if they wanted to store, cars in there or do something. There's a little garage door and there's a man door. So if they rented out one space, this would be their space. If they wanted 2 for some reason, this would be their space. They have their own electric, they have their own, electric meter and all that stuff. They have a bathroom in the back, small bathroom. Then these back here are even in the middle. So they have is a door, garage door, man door, and there's one outlet and lighting in it. So you could have like some storage in there, but you're not gonna be running anything out of it. You'd be able to go there once a day or once a week or a month.
So
And if you
basically
needed
just
some
lighting
you'd
all
have
the
a
way
little
down.
light.
Just lighting, not
And there's
the
one
climate
outlet, so you
control.
could plug in like a triple charger or something like that.
Yeah.
But you couldn't plug in like anything big.
Each one of those is gonna have their own separate bathroom?
These back here do, yes.
They will, okay.
Yeah.
Only those 3
They're
buildings.
designed for like a small business person. And these are designed, for storing grandma stuff here, your kid stuff here, because you need heat control, and this is,
Business
Yes, the
files,
big house.
maybe files for business where you wanna keep
It's
them so
amazing
they
how
don't
many they build
get
these.
destroyed.
Yeah, they're all over.
Something that you wanna keep it in good condition, so not just household, but business items.
And how is access gonna be maintained? Is there, to the storages, is there gonna be a entry like
Yeah, there's
the?
gonna be gates, so
Gates.
they're gonna have access through the gates and the
they'll
fire.
be able to come in the front here, so this is like, this will be open, the gates will be back here.
Yeah, we'll keep.
So
it
if you're gonna go
open.
back in here, you pull up to a gate, which,
Put a typical touchpad, you put your code in to let you,
yeah. Yeah, you pull up to, you put your code in to go in back, but if you're gonna come here, you could park in the front anywhere and then, go in and out, but to get in the back, you'd need the store, the code.
And is
So,
there gonna be
yeah.
parking sufficient for all 13 buildings?
Yep, well, yeah, there's not, well, where is the parking plan?
Should be right here.
Here's,
So we have parking, we have truck parking up here for the larger trucks by these buildings. Then we have parking here for this building, and we have parking between these 2 for that. We don't feel these are gonna have parking, they're just gonna pull up and leave. So we don't wanna be creating a lot of extra asphalt for no reason.
Right,
So we have 74 spaces on the site. We feel the way it's spread out, like over in here, they're more than sufficient for the people who will stay there a little longer. The ones who just come in, drop off and leave, they'll just pull right in front and then leave. And we don't anticipate every single person coming here at once. That's typically not the business. But if we provide parking at every single one, there'd be so much more. And in keeping with green practices, with their SWIP, you're supposed to minimize the number of parking needed.
If you don't need it.
and minimize impervious. That was the goal on this. How much can we, what do we really need and what don't we need?
And
Yeah, for-
out of those 74 parking spots, how many are ADA?
We have 2, 4, 6, I believe 6. 2,
6.
4, 6. We met the ADA compliance.
So are the locations of the gates depicted there? I didn't notice
Yes,
those
they are.
on, okay,
Gate here, gate here.
okay.
And there's a detail of the gates in the plans.
There's no ADA parking required at the office building itself?
Well, there's only 6 here,
Yeah.
so
I just didn't know if you were, okay.
I didn't think, I mean, we could put one there if you want, but
No, I
typically,
was just asking.
I mean, they're so infrequently done people, even ADA person will just park in a regular spot.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see, and I've done a lot of these storage places, you're not gonna see every one of these spaces filled.
No, understood.
Most of the time, you're gonna see
Yeah,
them.
it just seems that maybe, the excess that you have out there might, as Nate said, closer to, the more frequent public is gonna be at the office, so maybe you relocate one of those.
I don't mind putting one there. Trouble is, when you put one here, you lose 2 spaces.
Yeah, 8, 8, and 8.
Yeah, I wanted to have more
That's true.
spaces for the people who actually go in there, because not only are you providing one for the handicap, but you lose the space next door, so now you have, instead of 6, you have 4 spaces for people going in that building.
I was only mentioning it because it is the office building in case somebody with a disability needed to get to it. That was the only reason why I was mentioning it. Just food for
But,
thought.
I mean, we could do that.
Yeah, because that's really the public access
Yeah.
point there.
Actually, even park
For the whole
in a
rest of the facility?
Regular spot with their handicap.
Yeah.
It's
No, and
far
they're all
enough
close
from
to the door.
loopholes.
I didn't know if it was
Yeah.
a necessity.
It's not required, but if the board would like it, that's certainly a minor issue to, I didn't put a lot of thought into it, so I went to where we had to, but that's a
No.
good thought. I'll take that under advisement and put it in, certainly.
How about fire protection? I'm looking at this drawing over here. You've got, fire truck,
Turning radii.
aerial. Who's got the aerial? Because Plattekill, we don't have an aerial.
No, this is the biggest truck that they have. We met with the fire in the building, they told us the size of the truck they have.
And that
And to get that
was,
size, it's the
New Paltz
aerial
would be
truck,
the
it's the
closest.
template.
because it's Modena, I believe, is
I know.
the fire district,
But
right?
in order to get the template of the distance of the truck, that's the truck template that comes down. It's not necessarily an aerial that you have, it's the template of the truck that you have.
Okay,
So we got the template, we got the length of the truck from the fire. That's what I used. If I used a smaller truck, which is not an aerial, it would have been 10 feet shorter than the truck you have.
Yeah, we met with the building inspector, the fire inspector.
Yeah.
We met with them, just to kind of go over the whole thing and see what they wanted.
And they told us which roads they want me to check, they gave me the truck to use, the width.
What is the building height?
I was just gonna ask that.
Because that controls the
is it
size.
33 feet, I thought I
14 to
saw?
16 feet, 14 to 16.
They're all one story.
Yeah, standard.
But the biggest building is this building here, this is 14-foot door, so it's,
So they're under 30.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Key. That's,
14 to
that's,
16.
that's where aerial access kicks in,
Yeah,
over
they're all
30 feet.
under, there's one story, there's not, big
Yeah, we
building.
used the fire truck that the fire department recommended, just said that's the biggest one, so you want to make
As
sure.
mentioned, we met with the fire and building department, that's how we changed it to a full hammerhead instead of a half hammerhead, which was, and if PA allows for half, but they asked us for a full one, so we gave you a full one.
Yeah, and there, with the gates being moved interior, there's plenty of room in front of the flex space buildings to turn as well.
Yeah, we come in here, you can turn around.
Yeah, and we showed that on our curves, the fire curves.
These buildings here, so this is something that's fairly new to the area. 90% of storage units are this right here.
Yep.
Some are now similar to this, but they'll do like 4 stories, which, we don't need to do or want to do. This to us this is the thing that we really like, because we just have a weird thing for small business people. We just like them, and we like to help them, and it just really gets a guy that's a plumber that can, like a day like today, if you're a plumber, you got 2 trucks, they were sitting outside last night, and the guy shows up to work, he's not happy. And I met a painter one time who told me he's so much more efficient, his turnover is way down, because they come in the morning, they bring their coffee in, they got their truck there, and all the paint's there, or whatever they have, and these guys roll out, and they bring their cars in and park them inside, and when they come back, they're warm or hot. In the summertime, they're cooler, so it's just kind of really neat, helps them out doing their life, their business. So,
Yeah, so flex space is a real estate term, we have to go within our zoning, so that's why the warehousing use is fine.
We understand.
Storage use, as you said.
Yes. Yeah.
I seem to recall at a previous meeting that the property was for sale. Was Chazen, Mr. Chazen, I thought was gonna buy the property.
well, there's 4 partners that are buying. So the nice thing is that we're buying,
Mr.
there's 4 of
Chase is
us,
one of the partners.
there's 4 of us that are buying the entire lot from the owner that was proposing the big storage, or the big warehouse. Then what we're gonna do is, my son who's back here, and my other 2 sons, we're gonna build this, one on the right.
One of them just got adopted.
He wants to be adopted. But, so the nice thing is, so I'm buying this, we're buying the whole thing together. So Stephen, who's here, Richard Chazen, and Brian Mosey, and I are buying the whole thing. And then we're buying this piece here, and we're gonna build this out. And then as we sell other pieces, somebody will build other small warehouses or different things, and they'll buy the land usually, or we might lease it or do something and go from there. But we're here to stay.
Yeah,
So
there's
the
a-
nice thing is, we're not doing subdivision and going back wherever, we live right around here, but we're gonna be here all the time.
And we're doing a 2-lot subdivision to accomplish that. The rest, we don't know what we're doing yet. That's why it's, if you're wondering, to ask that question. So this lot is subdivided off to about 12 acres, and the balance. That will be determined, TBA.
Looks good.
And did you say you were doing water treatment as well with the wells?
Stormwater,
Stormwater.
stormwater.
Stormwater. The water, we don't feel is gonna be a problem.
Okay, no,
It's a small amount, this is barely this amount of water being used for a residential house.
Yeah. No, I
So,
understand.
the stormwater treatment is what we're talking about.
Okay. My mistake.
So we're hoping we can get a public hearing set. It's something you're willing to entertain tonight, so we can move the
Yeah, we're-
project forward. We do have the project before the health department already.
So, we haven't done anything with seeker yet. We did a lead agency circulation back in October 3rd. This board could declare itself lead agency tonight. I have, I'm gonna go over a couple of comments that we had. Again, the transmission identified as SWIP, we did not receive that, so that's outstanding. We're gonna look for hard copies of any future submissions to my office as well, to save on the town receiving them and then shipping it to us. It delays
We have
the
no
time.
problem, we just
Yeah,
asked what would.
It works better to get them direct.
We have no problem with it, we just
the-
asked the town if you want it, and we did it.
The wildlife assessment report still has the town of Medina on the first page. That's,
Newest one, probably.
yeah, the cover page says Plattekill, but this one, in the narrative, it still says town of Medina, so. we
Well,
need that.
because it's the area of Medina.
It's the hamlet, not a town,
Hamlet of
yeah.
Medina.
So the traffic report, they had a traffic study in preparation, not complete, for the former proposed large warehouse.
Yes.
I know you have to go to DOT for approvals. I don't know what they've asked for yet, but I think we should get some handle on traffic coming in and out of this facility. I mean, the storage units probably aren't that much, but just a number so that we can work with, DOT's gonna ask you for it anyway during their, I don't know if you're before them yet for your,
We made a
Phase
submission,
one
but they're
permit.
not gonna do much with that seeker.
yeah, they usually will start the phase one, but yeah, they're gonna, the lead agency would trigger their ability to start the review.
Exactly, that's what we were
So-
waiting for.
So, the lead agency circulation, this board tonight can do that. You have health department outstanding still. So there's the sidewalk issue. This is in the BD zoning district that requires sidewalks.
So we were hoping that we could provide provision for a sidewalk
So
in the
the
future when
code-
needed, so that we don't get rid of all those nice trees that are
So
there.
that's a town board issue. The code allows some flexibility, in that you can post money. That's a town board issue, though. You'd have to go to the town board. Right now, the code says you either put the sidewalks in or you go to the town board for relief from that and cost estimate funding so the town can build them in the future. But that's an issue we're gonna need resolved
Okay,
sooner than later, and I think
okay.
prior to the public hearing, we're gonna need to answer some of these questions. There is some interest in the neighboring town, which is on the border. So I'd like to get some of these larger seeker issues out of the way, the SWIP review, some information on the traffic, the status of your health department review, because at a public hearing, we're just gonna get inundated with the former residents that were pretty active against the proposed warehouse. There's still interest in them and what's going on here. The town of Gardner has sent a letter, consenting to our lead agency with no objection, but they did state they were reserved to the review. So I think we need, for this board's benefit, I think we need some more of these environmental things checked off before we open it up at a public hearing and aren't able to give them the answers.
Okay.
But I'll defer to the board on, obviously it's your decision, but
No, I agree, 100%.
We can do lead agency tonight, tell
the
me.
board should, I'm gonna recommend they declare themselves lead agency for the seeker review tonight.
Because that'd help us with the health department and
Yeah,
for
okay.
DOT. They really are just sitting there.
Yes, so,
Because every time
We
I
did
ask
the
them, they
circuit-
say, where's the town? They don't want to
Yeah.
go further without
yep,
that
so
step.
we did the circulation, we got no objection, we only heard back, I think, from the town of Gardner, the other agencies didn't even respond. We have record of sending that out. And I think the board could make a motion tonight to declare themselves the lead agency.
Okay. I'll make a motion that, Town of Plattekill Planning Board declare lead agency on the Ridge Yard.
I'll second.
On the vote,
Aye.
opposed? Carried?
So if I summarize,
I'll get you these comments before I got back from vacation last night.
No
so
problem.
I have some comments, but I'll generate them and get them to you folks as well.
She has the slips. Do you have the stuff?
If he has,
Hard
yeah,
copy
I'll-
of it? Okay, great.
I'll grab the
we
hard
have the
copy.
PDF, the PDF should be on that thumb.
Yeah, I didn't, but you gave us a link too that didn't have it.
No, that was too big, that's why I gave you a
Right.
PDF, that's why I gave a thumb drive.
Okay, I didn't get
It
that.
was
Gotcha.
too big to go on, the link was for,
I was hoping it was there, but okay.
the link was for the drawing.
I'll steal both from,
The link was from the
Liz
drawing,
then.
so you had
We'll
them
get it.
easier to send.
yes, yep,
I gave the thumb drive with everything in it because,
okay.
it was just 80-some megabytes.
Yeah, understood.
And a lot of people don't like those Google links. Not when they're that big.
I don't like them.
Showing my age.
I know, most people don't like them, that's why we delivered with the PDF.
Okay, perfect. So we'll have them now
With the thumb drive, excuse me, of course it was a PDF, a thumb drive.
and we'll do that review.
I actually brought another thumb drive here if you want with everything on it.
If Liz wants to keep hers,
There's
I'll
one
take
there.
it.
I have,
If you want.
I have the one you gave me. I can give that back to you. If you
No, I
want.
don't need it. I brought another whole set if you need it so that you don't have to give that out.
Yeah, I'll take that in the hard copy then, that'll be good.
Okay. I have a hard copy here for you if you want it to.
Of this whip?
Oh, no.
No, yeah, I'll get that from Liz.
Okay.
All right.
Or I can just have it delivered, tomorrow. Not delivered.
I think I'm gonna
tomorrow.
take it with me tonight.
Oh, you take it
You
today,
can take
okay.
it with you.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't need another hard copy sent here? You're okay?
We should have one here for the file as
That's what I
well.
meant. So you
Yes.
take this one, I'll
I'll
have one
take this
delivered.
one, you can get this one, so it doesn't have to be
So if you
overnight.
take one, I'll deliver one tomorrow or
Yeah,
next day.
the one should remain in the
Yeah,
tax
that's what I
file.
meant.
Yep,
I'm trying to think ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
If you take that one, I'll have one replaced.
perfect.
I'm just trying to, so no one says, where is it? Yeah. Okay, not a problem. So we have, consideration for the sidewalk we have to think about and traffic.
Yeah,
The other two
it's,
we get-
the process is pretty spelled out pretty clearly in the code too, that sidewalk.
We understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because part of the sidewalk here, there's a little grade change here. We plan on leaving all these trees. If we put a sidewalk in, it kinda. it messes
So,
it
yeah,
up.
and on the
And
DOT,
also, we need to have this thing at the end because it's gonna just go drop off into a.
no, understood.
So.
We get that all the time, it's a sidewalk to nowhere, but we have to start
Oh, I
somewhere.
understand.
Yeah, the DOT doesn't want the sidewalk on theirs.
Actually, they are now,
They're changing it again.
yes.
Because this
maybe-
region, it's interesting, it's Region 8, and the Region 8 over in Dutchess doesn't.
Yeah.
They just pushed me in,
Onto your property? Yeah.
onto our property on Route 9 in Hyde Park. We were gonna put it in there, and they said, no, push it back onto your property. It's the same region.
Right.
Matter of fact, it's the same review engineer. But as you know, DOT is not being reviewed by the resident engineer anymore.
Right, they're subbing it.
It's being reviewed inside. So there may be different people inside that are doing review, even though there was one resident, one engineer that covers both. Okay, so we'll check with them and see where we go from there.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll try. You too.
Okay. Deer Run? Are they here?
Run here.
I don't think
Tina, is
so.
that you?
Durago Mabuchi?
No?
No? I guess they didn't
Okay.
show up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Minor farms.
And Minor Farms, are they
Yeah,
here?
for discussion.
Okay,
Why not?
Oh, that's a discussion, yep.
yep.
So that's it?
So I generated these kind of status memos for you.
Thank you.
So Minor Farms, these are conditions of approval that were in the minutes, and they were looking for approval. So the health department approval came in today, so that can check that box. They have a requirement for conservation easements for the planning board attorney to review. I don't know the status of those. They'll need to give us something for those. They will need coverage for the construction stormwater permit, which we will assist them with. They finished addressing the comments for the stormwater pollution prevention plan. They need to discuss a long-term operation and maintenance for those, so there should be stormwater facility maintenance agreements on each of those lots that have the stormwater improvements. So this was generated for them kind of as a guide of where they're at. Their engineer and Patty Brooks were asking where they were at, so I put this together. But I don't think there's any more action the board has to take, but this is kind of a checklist of
Yep.
what they need to complete, and they did number 1 already, and there's some, number 1 and 4 are just comments, and then I think they need to address the conservation easement and the stormwater facilities maintenance agreement, and they'll be fine.
Okay.
And I think similarly with Juicy was looking for there, that self-storage facility, and I generated a similar memo for them. This is an old one.
Is this the one you're looking for? That's the new one.
That's the notice, yep. So the town did approve their stormwater maintenance agreement when the proof of filing of that agreement with the county clerk that assures the long-term operation and maintenance of that. They have securities required for their stormwater management. They need to provide us with a cost estimate for approval by the town board. The code section 89-11A is your self-storage code. There are some compliance with that they need to document, and then they should have inspection fees posted with the town for the stormwater management reviews. So this again is a checklist for them and their consultant to identify the status of the project. But again, no action. They have conditional final approval, and these are the outstanding conditions.
As does Minor Farms, they have conditional.
They have conditional final approval as
Based on
well, and those are the
I can
conditions.
print another one tomorrow.
I can do it easier.
Okay.
It's probably in the file, I just couldn't.
So you said 1 and 4 were already completed, just 2, 3, 5, and 6 are.
On Minard Farms, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. And one was, I think one was today or yesterday that the health, Patty Brooks sent the health department.
Do they have a time frame on when, or these are just updates?
Yeah, they're
so
just,
they know what-
yeah, they just have to
Okay.
give us, those were the resolution conditions.
Okay,
It's not one of those items where if it's not done in 6 months, it's an
No,
extension?
no.
Okay.
I have misplaced, there it is. Okay, we did that. No correspondences, we got one voucher, I guess.
One voucher.
You must have done a lot last meeting.
13, yeah. You weren't here for us to say anything about them.
It's on tape now, I guess.
I spent like 20 minutes on the phone with Lacey about that, making sure like something happened. I messed up, and I was like, Lacey, help me, please. But everything was all good. There were no missing vouchers. I just had a senior moment at 26.
Aren't you too young for senior
Yeah, I was
moments?
just
Yeah.
gonna say, I think
Yeah.
you're a little
It's
young
now
for.
midlife.
Give me a break.
Midlife moments, Harry.
I'm hanging around
It's all on tape here, stop. We're done.
We're rubbing off on you, is that it?
The tape is rolling.
Yes,
Tapes are on.
I do have a voucher for the New York State Planning Federation for our town membership dues for 2026 in the amount of $162.50.
50?
162.50, yes.
Yep. I'll make a motion, we pay that voucher to NYPF in the amount of $162.50.
Second.
On the vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Done. Let's see, where am I signing here?
Department head.
No. Is
Did
that what
we
I
have a
am?
voucher
Is
for
that what
them
I
at
am
the
now?
last meeting?
What?
Did we have a voucher for them at the last meeting?
I believe we did. Let me consult.
Before I sign this, is this a duplicate?
It was a different amount for 325 to the New York Planning Federation. So unless, I assumed it was two different fees are what we're paying.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's for
Oh.
education and this is for something different.
I had to give that back to Tiffany because I had to split it down the middle. So that is
Oh, we're
nullified.
nullifying that one? Do we-
Nullified.
Okay.
So
Just
this
go
one
back to,
is,
where does it go to?
I thought they were
Probably went to the ZBA.
because
Yeah,
it had to
this
be
one's
split
says-
down the middle.
for zoning board and us? Okay.
Yeah, this one says
Okay.
it's for town membership dues for
Thank you.
2026
Yeah.
from last meeting, so.
Yeah, so that one's null and void.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
No problem.
Okay, approval of minutes from December 9th and the 13th.
We don't have the ninths, they were in last month's packet,
Okay,
their last meeting's packet.
We went over, I didn't bring mine tonight.
and the 13th, which
I didn't
is,
bring mine, but I didn't see any issues with it when I did look at it.
The only holdup on the last one was
Was
what
recording
Nate
of-
and I had discussed, which I had fixed.
Yeah,
So
I
I
just
think that was the
haven't seen it
only thing hanging you guys up from accepting them.
Yeah. I had like a few interactions that did not seem, or that I don't recall that.
So you were here for this meeting, is this correct?
It's supposed to be
Joe, I got
oregano.
your correction.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
I saw that, I'm like, oh, I'm not sure what that means.
On page 3, it says Oregon, under a comment of Rich.
Towards the bottom, and that's what I'm questioning it. It says, okay, so how much of the building are you using, comma, Oregon, question mark? Page 3,
Maybe
right
all of
here.
it? I'll go back and check. Page 3 towards the bottom?
Yeah,
Yes, third paragraph up, or third,
Who says it?
Rich.
Rich,
Oh.
And then I've got a couple.
that was the only question I had for this, and I didn't understand what that meant.
my page 3 does not work like that.
No, the minutes,
So that's the initial, oh,
no. No, yours is a little different.
Yeah,
whoa.
Wow. No, wait, no, here it is. Chief Oregon, right there, yours is page 4 for some reason.
And then I
yeah, we gotta re-listen to that, to see what he really said.
Yeah.
I've got 2, one on page 6. I'm pretty sure of 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th from the bottom for me. It's he's got a schematic, not he got.
He got a schematic. And is that schematic of the site, that's
Yes.
correct? Okay.
Or, yeah, I'm not really sure. Is that supposed to say the schematic of the site? In the second sentence? I didn't even look that far down.
I'm sure there's a the there.
I talk quietly. And I think I had one more. On page 10, 1, 2, 7 down for me. Rich made that motion, Rich Gorez. In the second half, I make a motion, we pay the voucher for Office Depot for supplies.
You said Rich made that,
Yeah.
Gorez?
Yeah, I'm way
Gotcha.
on, must be way on a different page someplace.
Page.
It's
voucher for
it's not my
office
page
depot.
then.
No, your pages are all different. No, keep going.
Can't be that far back, can it? Yep,
Here in the, yep, right here, this one here.
this one?
Yep,
This was Rich?
yep, it should say Rich, not, well, Nate made the thing, but the second part where I make a motion, we pay the voucher, Rich said that.
Yeah, because I never make the motion after I read the voucher.
Right.
Oh, this is Nate.
Yeah, it's Nate, but Rich, it should, the I make a motion should be under Rich's name.
And then, I was wrong, on page 11,
That could be on
5
space too.
down, there's no,
Yeah, it's
this
like
does cover
$2 left, so
Yeah.
this does cover that.
no question mark, and then 6 down, how much, 279.80, okay, I believe that was also Rich. Cause he was asking me, to clarify how much.
How much? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, my copy for some reason is all
Jacked up.
jacked up. Yeah, I'm just gonna rely on you guys to,
Yeah,
oh,
no
there it
problem.
is, 279, on page 14 for me.
Yep,
Yeah,
page 11 for us. 14, we don't have a 14.
yeah, well, I
Used
do.
a different font. No, it looks like the same
Ours
font.
ended at
Those
13.
are the same font. I mean, it Came as an attachment, I hit print,
Eh?
printed on mine.
So do we want to make a motion to accept these minutes just with the changes?
Yes. Did anyone
Yeah.
else have?
Anybody else see anything? That jumps out at you, like, no?
I promise I'll make this
Already
right.
said there were comments on it.
You only got a couple, that's not bad at all
No,
for 13 pages.
So I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes of, what is the date of this?
January 13th?
It's not even, see, it's not even on mine.
January 13th.
The minutes of the Pledge to Allegiance, I believe?
Make a motion, we accept approve the minutes of the January 13th meeting with corrections as noted.
Second?
On a vote,
Aye.
Aye.
opposed? Okey-doke. And we don't have the ninth, it did the ninth.
Do we need
place.
to do for the other minutes, or we made the motion to approve as amended? Or after
You,
amended?
you do need to approve those last minutes because we did table them because I had to take a look at it.
All right, so we'll have to table them again because none of us have December 9th minutes on us.
Yeah,
But the only one that had an issue with it last
Yeah.
time was Nate. Everyone
Oh,
else was good.
okay.
Yeah.
Can you email me a copy of that though?
Of course.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I'm fine moving
Me too.
ahead with those corrections then.
all right, so we can pass it.
Yes, it was just, she was gonna go back and review for the items I mentioned last time.
All right, I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes, approve the minutes of the January 9th meeting,
December 9th?
December 9th meeting, with corrections.
Second.
On favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Done.
Make a motion, we adjourn the meeting?
Second.
Okay.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.